for real. Never meant to make your dog cry. I apologize, it's really time. Yeah. Thomas Jackson. Yeah. Bounce. Yeah.
Welcome back, guys. We're going to be going into map number 2 of this best of 3. Spray and Pray were able to take the first, and in pretty decent fashion as well. The only thing that worries me a little bit is while you guys were unable to see what they were typing in chat, their star player, Mr. Treshik, decided to inform us that his team needed an extra minute because they were looking at YouTube to find out some smokes. Which, I like the prep, maybe not the minute before you actually start the game itself, so I have to be a little bit skeptical about them on train, but then again, it's their pick, so who knows? We'll have to wait and see whether or not they can get themselves. There we go. Barber's going to work it out eventually. He has to type stay. Smoothie are going to try and work out if this is ESCA or not, but either way, Epsilon are going to have that CT start. Now, they didn't really show us too much on Mirage, I'll be honest. And yeah, I would be looking at the stats as well. Maybe they just forgot some smoke. Yeah, but still. This is the map pick of Spray and Pray, I'm pretty sure. I'll just check. Yes, Spray and Pray have chosen this map, so it's not looking good really for Epsilon, but at the same time I do have to wonder whether they actually have sort of a home mapper and they're just playing a lot of these by ear at the moment, just taking the sort of maps that they used to like. And yeah, that is true. They shouldn't really be having to Google Maps if it's their pick. But maybe they were just winding us up. It's definitely possible. Give me a good giggle in the break. We are going to be going into this T-side start for Spray and Pray. They showed their stuff on the T-side of the previous map as well, so I think they won at 9-6, in fact. So looking like they may just try to do the same again. Definitely possible on a map like Train. We saw it earlier today. Dominant side from Outlaws. I think they actually got 12, which I'm not expecting to see here. But, super duper cool smoke here. They found a smoke that insta-kills an enemy. I'll be impressed. Pistol round underway. Quite a bit of utility. T's, or the majority of them at least, making their way deep over towards that B side. But we've got a little bit of patience as Barber looks to go aggressive. CT side have actually taken some control into this pop. And I like this little crossfire that you can have. You have one player close, the other player just taking the peek over towards A main, so there's no chance of a flank. You can't get pincered in. Now, with the smokes now going over, this pop dog position is going to be vital. And again, I mentioned this earlier, I hate seeing the bomb go into pop dog, because that can happen. And then it doesn't matter what happens with the rest of the round. You're screwed anyway. Epsilon, easy pistol round. Not a single player lost. They'll shut things down. And as I said, I can understand why they go pop with the bomb. I can understand it. They want to be as close as to the bomb site as possible. That's the quickest route, especially if the smokes fall. But it's very easy for that to happen. You lose the bomb, and then it doesn't really matter. They lost all their players anyway in very quick succession, but still. T-side going to be forcing. Now, it's fairly common to see sort of B pushes on these sort of rounds, just because it's very easy to get the bomb down. However, holding on to it, different scenario altogether. It's easy to get down, but it's very easy to retake. Holding on to it that's difficult for either side. B-side definitely don't look dedicated to this site as of yet. Now, Philin has himself a smoke. So this could all be part of an elaborate ruse as he looks to try and bait them into position over towards this A site while the rest of his team hit B. The problem with that is there's not really any reason for the CTs to rotate. And they are still going to do it. And Maeve doesn't have a long-range weapon either. I would much rather see him up close in an attempt to deny the bomb plant. In fact, somehow, Filin's going to manage to kill Smooya with a Glock. Now, I don't know how that happened. I'm a little bit disappointed that it happened. And how is Treshik hitting that shot from there? Long-range Tech 9. Going to give them the man advantage. They're going to look to try and hold on in this situation. Cosmine will take down the man in the flank in the form of Shara. Freddy looking to catch out Undo as he tries to take the aggressive push. Still, a lot of damage already done. This is an attempt to win the round. You have to remember that. You have to bear that in mind as they will shut down all these remaining players. Bomb plant will make things a little bit more interesting going into the next, but the likelihood is they're just going to be saving. And Freddy just trying to give them time to actually retrieve the rifle. Can't do it for too much longer as the bomb will actually just explode. But, yeah, Barber's going to be able to get a gun. Look to actually throw it over. Freddy B's actually the one who needed it, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Either way, 2-0. Small investment, pretty much just a counter to the bomb plant. The bomb plant gives them an extra 800. A couple of them have spent around 700. So really all it is just saying, okay, we know we get by in the next round anyway. We're just going to look to do a little bit of extra damage along the way, which is perfectly fine by me. Third map is Cache, I think. I'm pretty sure. Hello, best admire. Greetings to you as well. Oh, I know you corrected yourself. T-side in this round with very, very little to play with. Yet to see a full buy from them, which will be coming up in the next round. Should have an AWP on fill-in as well, which was a big factor previously. The problem I have is, can Treshik really have the standout performance? He had 30 plus frags on the previous map. Just don't see him doing that again. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. That would be absolutely wonderful. In this round, at least, not going to be. Flawless round. Not a point of damage taken for Epsilon. Okay, is this just some sort of ritual now? That's the second time Barber has bought a Negev by accident. Is this like the damage boost Negev spawn hack? Because I don't know why he keeps doing that, but that's just... Is he just like screwed up his binds or something? How do you do that like once? I can understand. How do you do that twice? Maeve has a lot of players coming his way. Freddy B will have a quick rotation. Smooya on the AWP, but he's all the way over in hell. Eastside still not really dedicated over towards B yet. They're burning down that clock. What do you understand? Not very much. Dylan looking for the peak. Smooya as his counterpart. Trying to go for the timing shot. Again, it's going to be that push coming in down. Pop. Bomb actually still on the floor. So, they need to retrieve this. They've only got 25 seconds left. What is going on? They're leaving this very, very late. MDS. 20 seconds. He has to just go barreling towards the site. Smooya has a very good chance of denying this. Misses the flick. But if he can peek out and drop the bomb, that's exactly what he will do. It's going to go down with only 10 seconds to spare. And I don't think there's any time here. They're completely ignoring the fact that the bomb's just on the floor. And even if they could have found the kills, it would have left one man just out of the action in Cosmine. So, big mistakes coming in this round. Bomb, I don't know why it was left up the top. And that's going to be 4-0 to Epsilon. The buy not working out for Spray and Pray. Eastside will be back to pistols in this round. Gonna go looking, but it will be Smooth to start with the AWP, and he's got himself the second as well. Freddy with the double down from behind. Treshik, well, he tries to flank the flanker. He will actually find Maeve. I don't know how he's got away with that. Now he can make things costly. Actually finding 2 already. This is a save round, bear in mind. 3 players without a kill. That's a bit of a question mark on Spray and Pray. Smooya going for the trusty wallbangs. I've seen him hit a shot from connector into pop before. I've tried it many times myself. Hit a tag once, which made me want to punch a hole in my monitor because I knew it was so close, but Smooya's a little bit better than me at Counter-Strike. You don't think they meant to pick train? That would be interesting. Ah, guys, I'm sorry. I spelt cobblestone wrong. How did you spell cobblestone? I spelt it train. Treshik, though. Maybe this is why they picked it. He was in a 1 versus 5 when we started this. He's now in a 1 versus 2. Looking to try and find Smooya. Smooya just has to bait out the time, and he plays it well, but already so much damage done. CT side going to have to go for 3 rebuys in this round because of the heroics of 1 man alone. And the T side will have enough money to get everything they desire. No head armor for Fillin, which means he's a little bit more vulnerable to the CT rifles. And by a little bit, I mean 1 shot to the face will be enough. Smooya. This is a ballsy play. Normally you see the AWPer go for the longer range battle. Going up towards upper B. He's actually gone for the close range battle. There's nobody there, though. Cosmine's going to be able to find 1 back going over towards that Ivy spot. Barber has to be very careful of the edge of this smoke. He is going to be watching it. Looks for the push through, but Shara is just quicker on that trigger. Cosmine looking to trade things back. Will do so once again. Already finding himself 2 kills in this round. Bomb's going to be planted, however, and we get to see how Spray and Pray handle these after plant positions. Now, Cosmine, as said, he's already got a couple. It will be Maeve to actually find the kill. Smooya coming in with the AWP, looking to try and catch one through the edge of the smoke. But in fact, Shara has moved his position. Unfortunately, he's moved into the hands of Cosmine, and Smooya will now combine with his Romanian teammate to finish off this round. AWP kept, AK picked up as well for Cosmine, who had a decent round, trading back a lot of frags. And Epsilon now 6-0 up. And Spray and Pray, they are going to have another buy. In fact, they can even still afford an AWP. But they need to change something here. And while MDS, we've already got 1 UK player in the server. MDS about to join the British Secret Service himself if he can't get another kill. Smooya taking a lot of early nade damage. And it's actually Fillin to start, but both AWPers will find picks. Second AWP actually picked up by Cosmine. Gonna take the long range shots down the side of the trains. Oh, never mind. Picks the AK back up instead. He's an undecisive man, is Cosmine. B-side still spread across this A side of the map. A little bit of pressure from Treshik over towards B, just in case. 2 players actually going to rotate into the connector as well from this CT side. I'm not sure if they're gambling here or if they just haven't spotted players in enough time, but actually rotating off towards B, and I have no idea why. Well, I'm sure Cosmine has no idea why now as well, as he's going to fall over towards Ivy. Missed shot from Smooya is going to give them another entry into this round, and Freddy and Maeve may actually have to save this. Look at the money. A couple of closer rounds is enough to leave 2 players with plenty of cash, but these 3 really don't, and it's just not worth it in this situation. 6-0 up, 6-1. Not too bad. And they will have the opportunity to reset as well. But 4 players surviving will be decent over for the T side. They can have at least the majority of players with plenty of cash going forward. They have to buy up pretty much every single piece of utility though, so that will cost them a fair bit. They're all just going to fall back and save. Not give Freddy B or Maeve any chance to do some extra damage. But at the same time, if the CTs were to lose too much in this situation... Problems go... I love this. Ha. Just... Has he got... Wait, he's got 6 points off bomb plants. Suppose MDS just fulfilling his role. MVP. Freddy gonna take an aggressive position. Kreshik waiting on the other side. Gonna drop down and he'll fall not only on the map but also in life. He will lose. Already the man advantage going the way of Epsilon. Nice shot from Smooya as well to pick off onto Shara. And it seems like whenever Spray and Pray lose the first man, they're constantly in a battle to try and trade it back. And instead, they play into the hands of Epsilon. MDS looking to start off his score sheet. Maybe it'll say 5 by the end of the round. Who knows? He's going to be the one sneaking down towards Hell. Smooya. Position is known. Fillin already going to be finding 1, and there we go. MDS on the board. Brings it back into a 3 versus 3, but I don't think he's going to last long in this world as Cosmine is quick to trade. Third map is cash. Ball. Fillin and undo. Fillin actually getting himself into a decent position. Eastside seems to be unaware. That'll be 1. Barber unable to trade the frag back. Will go into the smoke, but Cosmine is available to do so. Now it's on to undo. 1 versus 2. What can he do to stop you? The T side. He's saying, phew. The CT side, he can screw. Looking for the first. Actually gets it as well. Barber unable to connect the shots himself. Both players having problems. Molotov onto the bomb. Cosmine actually doesn't have himself a kit to play with. He needs to find this kill as quickly as humanly possible. Gonna go running. Will get it. Does he have time to defuse the bomb? The answer to that question is a resounding no. And the T side will string 2 together, and that's actually enough to do significant damage over onto the economy of that CT side. The T's losing every single player, however, will have to invest everything themselves, and you have to question now whether it's actually worth forcing for the CT side, and they are going to respond with a yes. Smooya on his AWP. Maeve going to be dropped to FAMAS. Freddy left with the Deeg and Barber in similar position. It seems like the new guys are taking all the weapons and leaving the classic members of this team. But Smooya proves it worthwhile, at least for the first, as he starts off with a kill onto Fillin. Oh, hello. Nice little boost. Coming out, using that smoke to actually give them an advantage. Shmoo going to be going down through it. Is it going to be possible for the retrieval of that AWP? Jara's picked one up of his own. Freddy B and Maeve combining to actually get themselves a couple of kills as well. Treshik, MDS. Make it just MDS and never mind. Freddy B is a Freddy beast as he takes down 3 kills with the Deagle alone. I said that he was the one being left out to dry. Clearly, he just knew that he was good enough with the dong. And now T-side going to be investing what they have. Treshik going to be dropped an AK. This is a CT map. T-side. I've gone for broke here. As said, AK, Tech 9s across the board. Relying heavily on Treshik, but problem is he seems to be the only one doing too much. Villain has a few kills as well. Maeve has... Whoa, 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 whoa. Where did I miss this? Maeve's got PP Bison. Thank you, Clash. I appreciate it. Come on. Come on, Mr. Bison. We're having Bison cam this round. What can you do for me? He's going to be hiding on the site. Oh. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The Molotov does a fair bit of damage, though. The Bison has been picked up again by Shara. Come on, Bison. Smooya's found two in the meantime, looking to clean this up with the AWP, but he's going to get Bison. Never mind, it's Freddy B. The Bison looking to do more, but unfortunately, Shara cannot control the power of the Bison, and Smooya will be there to finish things off. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it. Yeah, you don't have to like every single caster. I don't mind Pansy. I think that obviously people like Sadikist. Oh, I think Sadikist is the best caster in probably in esports. I don't really watch too many other games, so I feel like that's a bit of a biased judgment. But yeah, I don't mind Pansy at all. But thank you for the compliment. I hope one day I get to cast a major or something like that. That would be the dream. I play Face It, but literally the only reason is because it's cheaper and because more people play it in Europe, I think. But I may have just made that up. CT side versus Pistols. The force buy of the last round not working out at all. Freddy B still just continuing. Cosmine. Oh, it's getting dicey. He will actually go down. MDS. He's now actually... He's third on the board with 3 kills. Yeah, I think saying the best caster does come down to opinion. I think Anders is brilliant as well. For me personally, I think Sadikist is the best. I think that duo as well is very, very good. I've got to cast with Anders though, and he is just a lovely human being. Like, genuinely very easy to cast with and very easy to get along with in general, so... Nine to 2. Epsilon definitely looking better on this map. Dax is hungry, yes, never gonna forget that. MDS. He had his 4th kill with Fillin chiming in as well. Finding themselves a couple of kills. Jara up to no good as well. Looking to try and find another, but can't quite do it. Fresh. Gonna add one more, and actually this is looking bleak for the CT side in this round. A lot of damage done though. Undo and Fillin pretty low. Shara taking a bit of a tag. Gonna go rotating over towards this B site. Honestly, I have no idea. They were not good on Mirage. They've looked much better on this map, although it's definitely not over yet. I think they're just sort of feeling out their map at the moment. They're too new a team to really gauge how they're going to be playing. As said, I think they've got a good little roster going, and I'm looking forward to see what they can do, but at the moment, it's looking very sketchy, and a lot of it seems to come down to like individual talent, which they definitely have. Undo, however, sneaky enough, and Barber caught facing the wall. Both players killed with their backs turned. Prey and Prey are going to get themselves a 3rd round. But now, actually the CT side looking like they may just go for an eco in this one. Fact is, Smooth can buy an AWP in the next round with armor, so may as well just wait for that. He's going to invest a little bit of his $5,000. TT side are going to go very aggressive. They're going to try and split this. I like this. If they just explode up the ladder behind, it's actually very smart. I felt like they were a little bit slow with that, though. That was almost just Smooth sort of baiting a little bit, but I suppose he gets an AK out of it, so it's not too much of a problem for his team. They're going to bring this back to a 3 versus 2. The bomb going to head over towards that A site. Now, both CT side players have picked up AKs. So, really here, just they want to save. Because with the extra 1900, for example, let's use Barber as the example. He'll have 3,900. Now, you buy a rifle, that puts him down to, what, $800? $650, that's his Kevlar. He's got nothing for nades. So, really, these saved AKs are going to do wonders. Freddy's in a similar position, actually. He can pretty much afford the exact same with a smoke. So, having these 2 weapons, you know that Smooth is going to buy up an AWP. The rest of the players will have enough to get at least a couple of nades on the board, so much better. Yeah, I've been really impressed with, well, Treshik mainly, because we haven't seen too much else from anybody else, but he looked like an absolute beast on Mirage. The thing is, though, Mirage is much more sort of, I don't want to say basic. I don't think that's the right word. It's just so well known by everybody. Like, you know all the smokes for Mirage. Most people do. You know most of the tactics, the rotations, the way to play off each other. Whereas Train, rotations are so much more important. A lot of the time you're gambling with only one well, perfect example. You're gambling with only one player over towards this B site, and then the main battle seems to come in over here. So if all the players push this way, you have to be very quick on those rotations. Instead, though, please don't disco. Please do not do that. Billin. 2 kills for him, though. AWP stepping up big. MDS is going to get another one, and Cosmine looking to try and save this for his team. Is he the hero that we've been looking for? Never mind. His head's gone. I don't know many superheroes that don't have heads. This is where somebody's going to be like, well, actually, Crayon Man? No, I don't know. Quasi buy, jumble sale buy. Look at that with the 5-7. We'll be able to get one. Yeah, I see you, Joe. Don't do it. Shara are going to be able to bring one more to the table for the T side. 9-6 really wouldn't be that bad a half at all, considering how things started. You got to remember, this was 9-2 just moments ago. Freddy B. Thank you, Message. Cosme looking to save this, though. He's brought it back for his team. Philin going to be holding the angle. Looking to peek out. Will Cosmine be ready? He's actually going to go pushing into the corner, just wait for his teammates. It's actually very intelligent play from him, trying to bait out the shot, and he actually gets past it as well. Incredible stuff from Cosmine to get past the play, and he will clean up all 4 players. I can see why Epsilon paid to get this man over here. I can see why they wanted him in this team. 17-5, massive half from him. And he has just picked up a 10th round that, I'll be honest, Epsilon probably didn't deserve. He did. He definitely did. Him and Smoothie are up the top. And this is nice as well, because there aren't many great UK players, so to see one at the top is good. There aren't that many great Romanian players, so to see one up the top is great. Yeah, no, that's a big thing about sort of Mirage. It has become pretty bland. I like watching the map because it's a map that you can play very slowly, but there's a lot of opportunity just to explode. Yes, I know I said great UK. Shh. 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 I'm a believer, alright? One day, make the UK great again. Alright? Yeah, I do remember when he stood in for Flipside. I don't know how much English they actually spoke, though, so I feel like that was a little bit of a harsh reality. Swag was a UK player, it would be Brexit. I like it. That's a decent level pun. Smoother's trying to do this for Queen and Country. Pistol round, though. Going to be important for both teams. CT side needed to get themselves rolling. Lovely shot from Undo. Actually hits the second dink as well. Maeve lucky to get away with that one, but they're going to go rotating. Try and get back onto this A side. Fill in. Able to get himself one. Very low on HP, though. Will be traded back. Bomb going to be planted by Maeve, who has 3 HP of his own. Treshik will be finishing off Barber, leaving just the 2 left. Maeve, though, he's still doing damage, even with such reduced HP. And now it's Smooya. Not going to be able to do anything in this situation. The bomb down does give them a little bit of a boost. But it is going to be the round going the way of the CT side. Now, okay, Placid. I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm supporting Smooya. But comparing him to Nico, bit of a push. Just a bit of a push. Gone too far. Gone too far. I appreciate it. I believe in the UK. But no. Ooh, MP9. Hello, the Shredder. This really is the spray and pray. Henry G destroyed the UK scene. Well, I don't know about that. I was there when Easy Skins beat Renegades on LAN at DreamHack London. And then went out the next round, but that's not the point. Spray down. Massacre. But, can the bomb go down? Freddy B? Yes, it can. So, money made. This may look like a complete trouncing. You may be thinking, okay, spray and pray. They've got themselves 2 rounds. They've kept 4 players alive. That's pretty good. But the goal for Epsilon in that round was to get the bomb down. They got the bomb down. They've done their job. Yeah, it is pretty hot. It is pretty hot. You can't think. I've got to sit here and talk non-stop for like 5 hours. Cry a tear for me. No, I'm... Actually, no, don't cry a tear. I don't want any more moisture in this room. There's enough. CT side. Have a little bit of extra money to spare for the next round. Their buy is not brilliant, but it's not bad. Undo actually not having any utility is interesting. Could have been dropped the rifle, but they decided against it. Two players over towards this B site. A little bit more presence there. Nade not going to achieve anything. Smooya actually on an ult, but he doesn't have any head armor. So he's more vulnerable. Try and find an opening. Undo. He going to be the man to go for information? He's pushing towards this upper position. Barber trying to back away, and it looks like they would just miss each other. Oh. See, now this is misleading for the CT side, because they've just sent Undo to go peek that upper position. And just as they do it, he's now rotating this direction. Smoke will be going out. Only 30 seconds left. That's been held on to a long time by Undo. And this is just going to make things so much more difficult. Now they've spotted out 1. The pounce will be coming in, but 2 kills actually come in over on the A site. The bomb going to be dropped at least for a second. Needs to be planted. Only 12 seconds left. Cosme will get away with it trying to cross, and now look at the flank. Freddy B will pounce, takes down one, and while Treshik, he doesn't even get a chance to spray. He only got to pray, and he was instantly taken down. Risky strategy. That smoke almost cost them there, but that flank around was perfect, and the two players finding entries on A did all of the work necessary. 11-7. Will be a buy as said, but Undo had very little money in the last round, didn't have any utility available. This round, he doesn't even have a gun. Gonna be one of the players over towards this B site. Has support further back, but gonna need to at least trade in this situation. Now it's looking like they're gonna split towards this A side. The bomb over towards Ivy, 3 players there. Yeah, no, Victor, I agree. Like, this is early days. To say anything about this team at the moment is ridiculous. Individually, we know that they're talented, and I'm hoping this roster will do great things. The fact is, the 2 players still left, Barber and Freddy, have had so many teammates over the last few months, they should be used to actually changing things up. Maybe not changing up languages, but have to see how that goes in the future. Maeve. He's going to be the one to take the first push. Philin, squatting on the ladder, will be gone. Freddy helping out as well, and Maeve just showing a masterclass of spray control. Barber will be taken down as he tries to leap into the connector.
Bomb has been planted.
Thank you, Rajika. Undo. He's got nothing, really. Currently holding a total of $1,300. In fact, he's gonna have more than that when he dies. Or when he saves. Don't they all speak fluent English? I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know. Already they'll take down the rifle of 1. There we go. Undo actually going to get 2 kills. He'll make pretty much half of what he had back with the 2 kills he gets. Cosmine is 20-7 at the moment. Smooya, 21-9. But we have seen a little bit of a step up from the CT side. The problem is they're 5 rounds behind, and 2 rounds in a row for the T side is going to leave them with nothing. Yeah, the thing is with English as well, is like there's a difference between speaking it fluently and being able to react quickly and also clearly. Like, some things may come down to accents, other things may even just come down to trying to think of the right word in the right situation. So it's never going to be flawless, even if it is sort of the problem. It's not 4 Swedes, it's 2 Swedes. 2 Swedes, a Dane, Romanian, and a UK player. So that's why it's EU. You were close-ish. MDS has actually managed to get an AWP. I don't know how that's happened. Freddy B's going to go down as well. How are they managing to do this much damage? So little. This is going to be a huge boost to their economy. They only get 2,400. Yeah, they have changed. To be fair, before you were correct, yeah. When they had Kale in there as the one Norwegian. But we're at least going to see a weapon saved. Shara with some extra cash. Not going to be able to drop an AWP, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Actually going to take a pause here. Thing is, it's quite a long way back from this point. They are on the CT side, so if they can get themselves rolling a little bit, build up some economy, break the T's a couple of times, then who knows? Yes, Shara was on flip side. Never really hit too much. Like, it wasn't really anything special for him in that lineup. It didn't really go particularly well. My rank is supreme at the moment. I'm probably going to lose it soon because I haven't played MM in a while. Main entries onto the site. Philin able to trade back. Freddy with one more. It's going back and forward at the moment, but the T's have come out on top for now until Undo sprays through the smoke and denies the plant. Now, all the repositioning that the T's have done is worthless. They have to get back towards that bomb. Barber. Around the corner. MDS goes down. Flash comes out. Another for Freddy B, who has been superb in this second half. He's actually overtaken both Smooya and Cosmin, who are miles in front of him when this began. However, Undo will be there. Well, to ruin anything I've just said. Kills him. Finishes him off. Smooya's there to close him down. 14-7. CT sides, money is sketchy. Don't have a whole lot to spend. A couple of players with enough to get rifles on the board, but others sort of going to be... Well, I don't think I like this. It's almost as if... So, 4 of the players are playing to win this round. Philin is playing in case they lose by waiting for an AWP. And I never like that. That's what I feel like it is. Like, you're playing... If you don't fully buy into a round like this, then you don't believe in the buy. You're playing to lose it. That's what the economy says. If you win this round, you can pick up an AWP. So... That's the way I'm looking at it, at least. I always find those sort of buys confusing. I know it's sort of planning for the future and stuff. Like, got to put some away for a rainy day, but... doesn't seem to be working at all, as they've just been shut down. They've been absolutely obliterated on this side. There is a flank. Philin. Maybe Mr. P250 can be a bit sneaky. Shara's got one. Oh, okay, Freddy. Were you going for a knife? I think he might have been. He's actually going to lose his life instead. And now he may have just called this round into question. Shots out from Philin. He's going to get himself one. They've got a kid as well, but Smooya is now flanking the flanker. He's sneaking round the sneaker. And he's going to actually catch off one more. Make things impossible for Shara in this situation, as Barbar will finish him off. That will be 15-7. The title is wrong. I'm sure everyone will live. Can I do the undo pun now? Didn't I just do it? Undo will be undone. Oh, the backup plan has come in. Philin's got his AWP. Let's see if it makes a difference. We don't really know what's good for Epsilon yet. It's a brand new team. Flip a coin and let me know. Shara to start things off onto Smooya. Oh, that's it. That tickled me, that did. It doesn't matter, Cosby's still going to find the entry. Freddy B going to be pushing up, looking for that first kill, but it's Shara once again to find one. Cosmin trading everything in this round. Already getting himself 2 kills. Barber with another as well, leaving it down to 2 to try and hold on to this one. Undo an MDS, make it just MDS. The bottom fragger for his team, 9 and 18, needs to hit 12 in this round if they're going to be surviving. He doesn't have a kit, has a flashbang and a FAMAS. Not the ideal clutching material, but maybe he is. Looking for one, gets it, finds Cosmin, the man who's been trading everything in this round. But Maeve will be there to finish things off. Epsilon, they've returned onto Spray and Pray. They've won the second map, each team taking each other's. And now we go on to numero 3. We see who will be taking the series. Either way, we're cutting off to a short break. If you have enjoyed the casting, don't forget, you can always type !caster in the chat. Always appreciate it. Always appreciate it. And we'll be back in just a moment to give you map number 3.